happening, Trey?
Hey, Eric.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Good, how about you?
What's up, best friend?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
You know what I like?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
My name is Andre. I was born with a condition called microtia. It's when your ears are deformed and smaller than normal, which has ultimately left me with a keloid on my left ear. Some people say that it looks like a golf ball. Some people say that it looks like a snail. But no matter what you call it, I just want it gone.
Was it always that big, or did it seem to grow?
It was pretty small when it first started out, but then it got bigger each year up until now.
So let's say okay, a year from now you're completely healed, like the keloid's gone and all that. Are you gonna go and start dating everybody?
Yeah, definitely. I'd be more open to it. A keloid definitely impacts dating. I don't like to pursue anyone just because I think in my mind I'm going to get rejected. They're not gonna want someone with this giant keloid on their ear.
Middle school was rough, I remember. That was when the group of guys was kind of mean, right? Was that 8th grade or 7th grade?
That was definitely 8th grade.
It's so sad how cruel kids can be.
I know.
When we were little, I witnessed Andre go through quite a lot of bullying. We had people even saying things to his face like, what's on your ear? What is that? You have cauliflower ear. Why is your ear so ugly? But we made it. We made it.
We did.
Come here. What is that?
Put your hand on my back, upper back.
You're kidding me. You have a thing to tell you to sit up?
So it's a little thing you stick in the middle of your back.
Yes.
Then you have to set your posture.
What
By
do
the
you-
way, my height actually increased by about ½ an inch.
Why don't you just sit up straight? The best way to get Paul to stop slouching is not by putting a device between his shoulder blades. It's by putting an ice cream cone just above his head.
So we have Andre, a young man born with microtia, had reconstruction, and he's developed what?
Keloids. Oh,
Keloids.
poor guy.
Let me show you a photo.
Oh.
In simple terms, the keloid is overgrowth of scar tissue. And when you just cut it off, your body says, hey, there's still a wound here, and it keeps growing. So it's very hard to excise and not have it grow back again. Can you please send an Andre?
Andre.
This guy's tall.
Nice
Andre.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Andre. Terry DeBro, how are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm his mom,
His
Malika.
mom? Malika? Dr. Nassif. Dr.
Terry
DeBro.
DeBro, how are you?
Hi, Dr. DeBro.
Nice to meet you.
Come on
Come
in. Have a seat there.
My mom, she was a single mother. We have a very close relationship. She was always encouraging me to just make the most out of a bad situation. I know that it's straining to her to maybe go through another procedure again with the same results. If Dr. Nassif can't fix this, then I'm just gonna have to live with it for the rest of my life.
So you were born with a problem with your ears?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a unique situation when he was born. There's something wrong with his ear. And I'm like, is it something I did? Because
No,
I
you
worked in
did
a
nothing.
pharmacy. It's like, was it a medicine I was probably exposed to before?
Okay, listen to me.
Uh-huh.
You had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
It just happened.
So is it
'Cause
just something
I
that
always
happens
blame
randomly
myself.
then?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not one specific reason why microtia occurs.
So
Thank you.
if you've ever had any guilt,
I did.
has nothing to do with you.
Microtia could be a congenital thing, or it could be environmental. Many factors can cause this, but you can't really pick out one specific factor.
The Children's Hospital referred me to a doctor, and he examined him. He was like, we can't do any surgery until he's 5. So we waited till he was 5. That was the worst surgery because they had to get cartilage from his rib.
Do you remember it?
I do, yeah. I just remember I was in pain.
How old were you when you got the keloid?
9 or 8, I would say.
He was like, Mom, I don't want any more surgeries. But now if you can see, it's like literally growing over his ear to where it's covering some of his ear. And
I can
it's
tell this bothers you just as much as it bothers him.
definitely, no matter how much people say that they don't look at the outside, they do, and they judge you by that. As a mother, I just tried to esteem in him that he's loved, he's accepted, that that's just the outside. How you are on the outside doesn't reflect who you are on the inside. But Andre is kind of withdrawn a little bit. I feel he is limited by the outside appearance.
Does it interfere with any classes or any activities of any kind?
I wore glasses, and thing about it is I didn't really have like
A rim?
Yeah, a rim.
So what would be your goal right now?
Really just to get it looking as much like this ear as it could.
I would like
of
it to look exactly like that. We want perfection.
Bring it down a few notches, Mom. Bring it down.
The doctors are in the business of making miracles and miracles.
You would be okay with not perfection, right?
I'd be okay if we get close to it.
Both of you.
No big deal.
Yeah, of course. All right, so we're gonna take a peek here. Okay, so it is attached. You're missing the area up here. And that's right, this is the reconstruction. We got really lucky here because Andre's keloid is attached through a small pedicle to the top of his ear. It's not engulfing and eating his ear, because if we had to remove a keloid that is eating your ear, then we're lopping off the top third of his ear. What is our goals from what you both wanted? You said, can you remove the keloid and make your left ear look like your right ear? Right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Probably not gonna be able to make them look exactly alike,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Okay.
So a plan would possibly be doing a keloid excision with possible rib reconstruction,
Okay.
assuming that the keloid doesn't grow back. A thought that's entering my mind is, if I put rib in between the keloid and the skin, is that gonna act as a barrier to prevent further regrowth of a new keloid? And yes, I just thought about that myself.
Are there other treatments that can stop the keloid?
There is one thing. There is something called 5-fluorouracil. It is an injectable. It helps prevent the buildup of scar tissue. There is a possibility that this modulator, which means it tells things to stop growing, may be effective. I would inject the 5-FU at the end of surgery, and every week until hopefully that initial healing stage is over.
Ears are basically either there or not, generally. Name me an actor or actress who has great ears.
Can't think of any.
You know, it's just not a thing.
Hello, everybody. Let's talk about the plan for today. The goal is to remove the keloid, inject it with 5-fluorouracil and steroids to prevent it from coming back. However, the risk of you getting that keloid back is still there. There are no guarantees in any of this with what you have. There's no guarantee here. For Andre's surgery, I will start by making an incision along the left ear and excise the keloid from his ear. Then I will harvest 2 small pieces of rib and stitch them to the tissue on top of his ear. I will then use a piece of skin from the keloid to make a skin graft to cover the rib and shape the ear, before stitching the area closed. Finally, I will inject Andre's ear with 5-fluorouracil to prevent the keloid from coming back.
Hello, Dr. Nassif. How are you? Good, how are you?
Andre. Hey, buddy. So I haven't seen Andre in a month, and we did his surgery. His post-op checks were great. After the keloid was removed, I put 2 nice pieces of rib in there, so it really would be a lot easier for you to wear your glasses. We have to be careful about making sure that skin graft lives. 2, I want you to keep that dry. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it, don't instrument it. But a few days ago, he sent me a photo which showed that his skin graft was separating from the top of his ear. So what's happening?
Well, I was in the shower and then I got out and then I started to clean the ear with the peroxide. And then the scab peeled off completely. And then that's when I yelled I was like, Mom.
Peroxide.
Yeah. Is that bad? Or?
But peroxide on tissue, it actually kills it. Well, let me take a look, okay? Okay. It looks like there's a piece of rib that Dr. Peng can work with to prevent the keloid from growing back.
Okay.
Okay? So we're gonna prep it, give it a little shot there, numb it up, and then stitch it. It's not gonna take long.
Okay. So when the skin graft came off after the shower, I was petrified because a keloid does have potential to grow back. Hopefully we could just get this under control and it just stays away for good.
So the first part I'm looking at is kind of the piece of cartilage. I'm gonna see how much of it we can save, but I took out the top layer of it. You're all done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let's put this up.
In an instant, life can change. Your world can get rearranged, and you know that things will never be the same.
This is the first time in my life that I have 2 normal-looking ears, and it's just kind of like a rebirth. Growing up with microtia and the keloids and being bullied constantly. It's always been a factor and something that's held me back. This is my first spring break that I'm going on a trip. Right now, I'm just feeling optimistic about meeting new people, maybe even find myself a date.
I am so excited for this trip. I cannot believe we're finally going on it.
I feel like I can let go now.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel relieved.
Yeah, it seems like unreal. Like we're really
Yes, it does. It's like a dream
about to
come
hop
true.
on a plane.
For both of us. Oh, here's Andre.
Look at my baby.
Oh my God, you look so
You're my
good.
baby.
Are you ready?
I'm just so excited I get to go on spring break with a brand new ear.
Yeah. A difference that I have seen in Andre is the way he carries himself. Before the surgery was, I want to be able to do this, I wish I could do this. Now I'm seeing and hearing a lot more, when I do this, I'm doing this, let's go do this. His whole demeanor has honestly changed.
I have a little something for you.
Oh, wow.
Boy, let's see what it is.
Open it, open it.
Oh, that's so nice.
Try him out, try him out.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Okay, now we're ready.
Now you can go.
Yeah.
Before my surgery, I had a big, horrible, snail-looking keloid on my left ear. I would constantly get stares and questions about my keloid that made it impossible to forget about. And I couldn't even wear glasses. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, I'm keloid-free, and instead of feeling the shade of people staring, I'm now wearing my shades all day. Now, look at me.
Wow. Okay. Who is that?
I'm just really excited that I get to go to a beautiful city like Paris, looking beautiful for the first time.
Have fun.
Bye.
I miss you.
Miss you more.
Call me 5 times a day.
No,